There's an ancient Zen story about a young monk who approached his master and asked, "Master, what is the secret to finding inner peace and wisdom?" The old monk smiled and simply replied, "Silence." Puzzled, the young monk waited for his master to say more. But the old monk just sat there quietly, his eyes twinkling with a knowing gleam. This simple story holds a profound truth: there is immense power in silence. By the end of this video, you'll understand how embracing silence can transform your life, bringing you greater peace, clarity, and wisdom. Even if meditation and mindfulness are new to you, the insights shared here can put you on a path to a calmer, more centered way of being. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear has the potential to shift your perspective in a deeply meaningful way. You know, in today's fast-paced world, our lives are filled with constant noise and chatter. From the moment we wake up to the time our head hits the pillow, we're bombarded with sounds. The buzz of our smartphone, the blare of traffic, the hum of appliances, the endless stream of videos, music, and podcasts. It's like we're addicted to noise, afraid of even a moment of quiet. But have you ever stopped to consider how all this noise might be impacting you? When was the last time you sat in complete silence, with nothing to distract you from your own thoughts? If you're like most people, it's probably been a while. We've become so used to the constant stimulation that silence actually makes us uncomfortable. It's like we don't know what to do with ourselves when things get quiet. But here's the thing: silence is essential for our well-being. Just like our bodies need rest, our minds need quiet to recharge and reset. When we're constantly bombarded with noise and information, our minds never get a chance to just be still. We become agitated, stressed, unable to focus. It's like trying to see your reflection in a pool of water when you're continuously stirring it up. The image is always distorted and unclear. This is where the ancient wisdom of Buddhism and Zen comes in. For centuries, monks and spiritual seekers have understood the transformative power of silence. They knew that it's in the quiet moments that we connect with our deepest selves, tapping into a wellspring of inner peace and clarity. As the Buddha himself said, "Silence the disturbing noise of your thoughts, and your pure essence will rise up out of the quiet." Just think about that for a moment. Our true essence, our Buddha nature, is always there within us, peaceful and wise. But it gets drowned out by the constant chatter of our thoughts and the noise of the world around us. Silence allows that essence to rise to the surface. But how exactly does silence do this? Well, when we're silent, we create space. Space for our thoughts and emotions to arise and pass without getting caught up in them. We become the observer of our inner world rather than being at the mercy of it. It's like stepping back from a stormy sea and watching the waves crash and churn from a place of calm detachment. In that space of silence, we start to see things more clearly. The petty worries and frustrations that seem so important start to lose their grip. We begin to discern what truly matters and what's just noise. It's like a fog lifting, revealing a magnificent landscape that was there all along, just obscured from view. But it's not just about getting perspective on our problems. Silence also opens us up to the beauty and wonder that surrounds us all the time. When we're caught up in the rush of our thoughts and the busyness of our lives, we miss so much. The delicate unfurling of a flower petal, the play of light through leaves, the soft rustle of the wind. These small miracles are happening all the time, but we're too distracted to notice. In silence, our senses come alive. We start to truly see, hear, smell, taste, and feel the world around us. It's like we're experiencing everything for the first time, with a childlike sense of awe and appreciation. The mundane becomes magical, and we realize how much wonder we've been missing. This connection with the present moment is at the heart of Zen practice. In Zen, they talk about just this, fully inhabiting the here and now without getting lost in thoughts of the past or future. When we're silent, we naturally drop into this state of presence. We're not rehashing yesterday's argument or worrying about tomorrow's presentation. We're just here, fully alive and awake to what is. And from that place of presence, something amazing happens. Insights start to bubble up from the depths of our being. Solutions to problems that seemed insurmountable suddenly become clear. Creative ideas flow effortlessly. It's like the silence creates fertile ground for wisdom to blossom. Think of it like this: imagine your mind as a snow globe, full of swirling thoughts and emotions. When you're constantly shaking it up with noise and activity, the flakes never have a chance to settle. But when you set it down and let it be still, gradually the snow falls to the bottom, leaving the water clear. That's what silence does for your mind. It lets all the agitation settle so you can see clearly. But here's the thing, as much as we may long for that clarity and calm, silence can be uncomfortable at first. When we're not used to it, confronting the quietness of our own company can be unnerving. We might feel restless, anxious, like we need to fill the space with something. That's totally normal. We're so used to constant stimulation that silence can feel like sensory deprivation. But if we can sit with that discomfort, if we can let it be without trying to escape it, gradually it will pass. And in its place, we'll find a deep sense of peace and okayness. So how can you start to cultivate more silence in your life? It doesn't have to be some grand gesture like a silent retreat or hours of meditation, though those can be wonderful. It can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to just sit quietly and breathe. Maybe it's first thing in the morning before the rush of the day begins, or in the evening as you're winding down before bed. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and just focus on your breath moving in and out. When thoughts arise, as they inevitably will, just let them pass without getting hooked by them. Imagine they're clouds drifting across the sky of your mind. Even just a few minutes of this practice can make a huge difference. Over time, you may find yourself craving those moments of silence, looking forward to that quiet time with yourself. And as you get more comfortable with silence, you can start to bring it into other parts of your day. Take a silent walk in nature, really noticing all the sights, sounds, and smells around you. Eat a meal in silence, fully savoring each bite. Drive with the radio off, letting your thoughts come and go without latching onto them. Look for little pockets of quiet throughout your day and cherish them. As you cultivate more silence, you may find that it starts to change how you relate to others too. When we're comfortable with silence, we're less likely to fill every pause with chatter. We're better listeners, more attuned to the nuances of what's being said and not said. We're more thoughtful in our speech, choosing our words with care. In Zen, they often use the metaphor of a mirror to describe the mind in silence. When the mind is still, it reflects reality clearly, without distortion. But when it's agitated by thoughts and emotions, it's like the mirror is covered in dust or cracks. We can't see clearly, and we might not even be aware that our perception is distorted. Silence is how we polish that mirror, removing the grime of our mental chatter so we can see ourselves and the world with greater clarity and truth. It's a practice of clearing away everything that obscures our true nature, so we can live from a place of authenticity and wisdom. And the beautiful thing is, as we touch into that wisdom within ourselves, we naturally want to share it with others. We become more compassionate, more understanding, more gentle with ourselves and everyone around us. We realize that we're all fighting our own battles, all wanting to be happy and free from suffering. Silence connects us with our shared humanity in a profound way. So if you take nothing else from this video, remember this silence as a gift. It's a gateway to your deepest self and your highest wisdom. It's an invitation to step back from the noise of the world and reconnect with what truly matters. And you don't have to be a monk or a Zen master to experience its benefits. All it takes is a willingness to be still, to sit with whatever arises, and to trust in the wisdom that emerges from the quiet. As we come to the end of our time together, I want to leave you with one final thought. In the words of Thich Nhat Hanh, the great Buddhist teacher, silence is essential. We need silence, just as much as we need air, just as much as plants need light. If our minds are crowded with words and thoughts, there is no space for us. So, my friends, I invite you to make space for silence in your life. Carve out those quiet moments and guard them fiercely. Let them be a sanctuary where you can reconnect with yourself and with the beauty of this precious life. And as you go forth from here, remember that you carry that sanctuary with you wherever you go. The peace and wisdom you find in silence is always available to you in every moment. All you have to do is pause, breathe, and let the stillness speak. If this message resonated with you, please share it with someone you think might need to hear it. Let's spread the wisdom of silence far and wide. And if you want more content like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Over 90% of our viewers aren't subscribed. So join our community and let's walk this path together. Thank you for being here, for opening your mind and heart to the transformative power of silence. May you find many moments of deep peace and clarity on your journey. Until next time, remember the answers you seek are always within you, waiting in the quiet.